The tip. And they go right. Does not include, of course, the 101 wins for Boeheim that the NCAA took.
Great game against Virginia. Had 12 points and 3 assists.
It was an epic game in the word of at 9.4 rebounds per game. He's second in the Big East behind Justin Champagnie of Pitt. DJ Steward wide.
They kick it back out, and Steward was wide open.
It's 16 straight games now. The lead meeting last year between the two.
Pass. And Mark Williams is open inside. Steward Dolejai is not a big player. He's tall, but he doesn't have a lot of meat on him. I think Williams can get really good position in there.
Player, but he stands by his opinion that they're playing better basketball without him. And, you know, I know you just said that's not the only reason, but do you think it's part of the reason that they might be playing better?
I mean, there may be a small aspect of that, but
Krzyzewski's team is better without Jalen Johnson. He did not want to go anywhere near Jim Boeheim's comments. They're very close.
And I didn't hear anybody say at the time, commentators, coaches, otherwise, when the question was, what's wrong with Goldwire out on the perimeter? They're not quite as worried about his three-point shot.
Tough on a 50-plus point pace here with a 25-12 lead.
Good job by Steward on Boeheim to go up against with just one-day prep after Duke's Saturday night game against Virginia, especially with a young group of guards.
It did. The shot clock wasn't reset. The officials alertly just told the players to play on, and Richmond a strong drive.
Syracuse team in steals. He's long-armed, and he's got a great anticipation for where the ball's going.
DJ Steward and trouble in transition. Gerard with Braswell. Braswell on Steward. He's seeing freshman scoring in 6 of the last 7 years, including the last 3.
Wow,
boy, they are.
Tough shot with that left hand. Duke's making him finish over the top.
My goodness, a rare miss from 3. They're now 8 out. Those are the steal numbers you've been mentioning. He is very active in that zone. A lot of Cuse fans would like to see him play more.
Out. Him having to put up a bunch of points. Now he's responsible.
Of Jay Billis, giving him a little inside presence.
Been really good.
We're down to 2 minutes to go in the first half. Duke impressive of late and impressive again tonight.
And when a shot goes up, when the ball moves from one side to the other, a little guy has to.
Roach the miss. 52 points in the half. Their most in any half this year. Griffin almost got stuck in the air. His younger brother will be a freshman at Duke next year. Highly recruited player.
Flew right past him.
Matthew Hurt missed the 3. Tipped by Singh, the one-handed floater.
For the last Syracuse possession, Guerrier was right in front of especially Richmond.
Steward a miss. Oh. Working hard to get better getting his own shot. Alan Griffin hoists one. Williams knocked it away from Guerrier. Now Steward in transition. 5. Averaging 13 per game. Vernon Carey did it last year. Zion Williamson and R.J. Barrett each scored 22.6.
For his defensive IQ to get that grade up, he's going to be working after class to get that grade up.
Yeah. Just part of it would have to be.
I think you've poked through the
but part of it would have to be, you know, knowing what his. It's
a tough shot from Griffin. He can make it, but that was a tough one.
Steward.
Rebounds. They just don't have a lot of size along the back line.
Now they've paved the way for the offensive rebound and score for Alan Griffin. The lob to Williams and a
good pass out.
Steward, and there's.
And really, aside from some shots inside, Duke hasn't had many contested shots.
Princey Guerrier, just 3 for 11 shooting. He does have 8 rebounds. Looked like Dolejai might have taken a couple of steps before drip.
Still, he was able to knock it away. Kurt was limping a little bit. I don't know, twisted an ankle or something. And a close friend. He's done a fabulous job.
Technicians, who is local, said Please don't call it Toronto.
No, I insist after you. No,
they are nice. They're very, Jim Boeheim is like a brother to him. Jim Boeheim told us he's taken away, he'd be well over 1,000. He had 1,078 as a matter of fact.
Has handed his opponents 1,078 losses. And that is entirely.
I asked, well, do you think you are better without Jalen Johnson? He didn't want to comment on that at all. He said they fully support Michigan's success.
Hunter Dickinson was excellent in the game against Ohio State. Wound up with 22 points. That's going to be
as his #1 seeds. Look at all those Big Ten teams near the top. 4 among the top 8. Well, I mean, they do talk about regular season wins, but the conference champion, like last year, they gave the Florida State the trophy. But that's final 30 seconds. Duke on the verge of its 4th straight win.